I'm Michael, and I'm going to show you how to play the single player mode of the Extraordinaires Design Studio. First, we're going to open our case. Now we're going to get the Extraordinaires cards out of the deck, and we're going to shuffle them so we know what design job we're going to pick. So, what we do is we're going to put our 3 Extraordinaires down in front of us. Next up, we pick up our object cards. So, the Team Vampire wants a drink carrier. The Pirate has come in asking for a remote control, and the Superhero wants a cooking utensil. Now, it's up to you to decide which design job you want to do, which one interests you most. For me, it's a tough one, but I think I'm going to pick the Teenage Vampire. Because I think it's going to be interesting to design something that you carry around his blood with. What we're going to do is we're going to put all the cards away in the case, and there's plenty of room for them. We want to put down our page on the storage area. So now I'm going to load these 2 cards onto the screen. Okay, next up you want to grab your pen. But you don't have to start right now. You can if you wish. A good designer asks lots of questions. That is where our think cards come in. They're in 3 categories: research, design, and improve. What I want to do before I start designing for my character is I want to find out about him a bit more. So I'm going to go to the back of the card. I'm going to find out that he goes to school. I'm going to find out that he takes his blood when he's sitting in his room. And he waits for nighttime, like most vampires. So if we look at the object card, there are a lot of different variations of drink carriers. But what I'm drawn to is the water canteen, because it's practical. You get to carry it with you on your person. That might be something we get to look at. But what I'm going to do is get an insight into my Extraordinaire. Well, if we look at the back of the card, we see he goes to school. He doesn't seem to have many friends. They all seem to be looking at him strangely. Maybe he finds it hard to make friends. Maybe there's something in this design that we can help him with that. On the bottom we can see that in his home life, he is sitting in his room drinking his blood. He's waiting for the sun to go down and the moon to come up. Maybe there's something in our invention that helps him with that, so he can get out and make more friends, possibly. That's something that I'm going to look into. So what I'm going to put down here is friends, just to keep that train of thought going. But before I start designing, a good designer asks lots of questions. So that's when I'm going to jump to my think cards. So for more research, I'm going to read a research card. Here or there, where and when might the Extraordinaire use this kind of object? Well, if I'm thinking maybe the canteen drinks carrier, I'm thinking maybe in school. Maybe he can take it in school. Maybe he can take his blood to school so he can spend more time away from his bedroom, possibly. Yeah, that's an idea. I'm going to draw the drinks carrier down to keep that idea, and I'm going to tick off my research card. Where and when. Okay, now, in his home life, he was drinking his blood out of a blood pack. So if I draw the blood pack, so that gives us an idea of what he uses already. Now I'm ready to move on to the design stage. So I'm going to go to my think cards. Now remember, you can pick up as many of these as you want, because it's always important to ask questions. Break it apart. Explain how your design will operate. What does it look like on the inside? Well, if I'm thinking that he's going to use it in school, it's probably best that it's hidden under clothing maybe, so that nobody can see that he's drinking blood. He is a vampire. So that in design will be hidden. So it'll have to be hidden. Okay, and tick off my design card. Okay, so I've got design hidden, where in school. So now I'm going to come up with the design of it. I'm thinking maybe these pouches that he uses for his blood packs, will be good because he would have them in storage in his house, so he might have lots of them. And I'm thinking if he's going to wear it on his body, maybe it might be good to have it on like a pack on his back, maybe like a backpack of blood. That might be good. So if we were to attach the packs of blood to another pack on his back, that means he might be able to even hold 2, 3, even 4 packs of blood. So that means, oh, there we go. Yeah, that means he can carry up to 4 packs of blood on his back, which means he might be able to spend the day hanging out with his friends as opposed to going home and drinking his blood at home. We have to find a way to attach it, so I'm thinking maybe just like straps. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to a design card and ask more questions to see if it can help me. Look at the physical appearance of the Extraordinaire. Are they big or small, young or old? How are they dressed? What makes them different? Okay, well, if we look at our Extraordinaire, the vampire teen is wearing a baggy coat, which would help us hide the blood packs. He's wearing a jumper, so that would slide over the pack quite easily. So I'm going to tick my design and I'm going to write down what I've come up with, just to keep it in mind. So it's going to be hidden and there's going to be a jumper that can come down over it. Now we're going to have to come up with an idea of a straw maybe that he could pull out, and so he could take it in class with him. So that's my idea, to come out with a straw that maybe can stretch. Maybe, possibly, yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that idea with the blood pack on his back. Now, what I will do is I will go to another think card and try and improve my idea, because all designers aren't happy with just what they've come up with, they try and improve it. So, pretty useful. Can you change the materials or colors to make your design even more useful? Well, if we look back at the vampire teen, we can see that he seems to be athletic. He seems to be running through the streets. Maybe he's a free runner or a parkour runner. So it might be useful to have the pack strengthened in case he falls on his back when he's doing the parkour, or he has an accident and slips. So it might be useful to have it padded, or just the material of the pouches strengthened. So that's my idea, to strengthen the pouches, and that might even help him with his parkour. Okay, I'm happy with that. Yep, I'm happy with my design. What we have to do now is come up with a name. So quite possibly the Fangtastic Drac Pack. Drac Pack. Okay, the Fangtastic Drac Pack. I like that idea. Okay, so I've come up with my Drac Pack. I've come up with my name. Now I want to fill in the details of my invention in the bottom corner. So, the Extraordinaire is my vampire teen. Vampire teen. The object is the drink carrier. The designer is myself, Michael. And the date is today. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Now it's time to present your invention. You can present it to a friend, a family member, or the Extraordinaire themselves. What you want to have in your presentation is the name of your product, the product itself, and who it was designed for. Let me present my invention to you. I have invented the Fangtastic Drac Pack. This is a drinks carrier for the vampire teen. I think this is going to benefit him because it gives him the freedom to make friends without having to run home and have a drink of blood after school. I've also included this stretchy straw so that during classes he can have a sneaky drink. These areas on the pack are reinforced to protect it at night when he's out free running. This is the Fangtastic Drac Pack, transforming the social lives of vampire teens everywhere.